Hi Taurus, welcome. So Taurus, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get started. So Taurus, your first card out is the card of Virgo. That could be in your chart or the chart of the person you're connecting with. And or it may just be the influencing vibes around the connection. So this is talking about being methodical and practical with your decision making, Taurus. Earth energy, so kind of in your element there. Very insightful and efficient type of energy coming through. I just feel like you don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you bringing that discerning part of you to the table and not really interested in like frivolous connections or frivolous people, frivolous things, and kind of getting serious about what you're investing your time and energy into. The caution with this energy, Taurus, all right, is that sometimes it can be a bit critical or hypercritical of self or others, and sometimes a little stringent, right? So give yourself a little bit of space, be easy on self, be easy on others. That's the key, right, to living a happy life anyways. But I wanted to get one universe card, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards out. So there's some sort of missing puzzle piece that's coming together for you that's creating some harmony in the energy. And maybe you have been stressing, over a dream that you have that just doesn't seem to be coming to fruition, to the point where the dream has now become a burden, right? And it's actually postponing or delaying or creating some sort of lag, right, into new things coming in for you, new possibilities. So Spirit is not saying to relinquish your dreams or your desires. It's just saying step back from a little bit. Stop worrying so much about the how, the what, the when, the where. It's not up to you to figure that out. It's up to you to chill and have some faith and know that everything you want is coming your way, and lots of new possibilities on the horizon there, Taurus. So let's get into it deeper and see what your crowning energy is, and then we will look at the person you are connecting with. You have the moon as your overall, which is talking about being sensitive and sensitive to your emotions, water energy for some of you. It's also talking about, again, the dream state, and they're giving me the song Fantasy by Mariah Carey. Or no, it's Dream Lover. Dream Lover. All right. And then the person you're connecting with has the 3 of Cups, which talks about celebrations, unions, reconciliations, social network, things coming together emotionally for this person. And I feel like that's the space that they're in right now, looking for more unity in their life, all right? Looking for more satisfaction, more pleasure in their experience or within the connection. So let's go into the recent past and see what led up to the now moment for you, Taurus, and the person you are connecting with. And we're going to look at your perception of each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, and the big spiritual picture for Taurus. Recent past energy, the moon, the Emperor, the 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. Holy cow, what in the world, Taurus? So, definitely a lot of I don't even know where to begin with this, if I'm gonna lie. Okay, so what I'm feeling from this Taurus is like, it's almost like the more you dig or the more you try to get to the bottom of something, the less and less or the further and further you get from being able to see it through the lens of clarity or to be able to see the truth of a situation. It's almost like some of you have hyper fixated on something to the point where you almost became delusional. I don't say that lightly, and I'm not calling you delusional, but sometimes our mind really does play tricks on us to where we start believing things that may not even be true, you know, or believing that we know the truth of something when our ego or our bias is kind of clouding our perception. And it's super easy to do. There's a thin line between, you know, intuition and paranoia. And one comes from a state of clarity, that's intuition, and one comes from a state of fear, that's paranoia. And so there's some fear-based energy here showing up for you in the recent past, Taurus, where it may have been hard to see the truth of something, and it's like the more you dug for the truth, the more burdensome it became, and the less of the truth you were seeing, and maybe really did a number on you emotionally, and yet still trying to maintain this sense of control, or that, you know, that feeling of like, okay, I'm in control of this. And you are, right? You're the creator of your own experience, but you are creating a lot more heaviness within you than was necessary for that moment. But I'm also hearing that there's no such thing as unnecessary. Like everything you go through, good or bad, is part of your development, is part of your growth. Spirit encouraging you to see it that way. So let's see this person's recent past, the Knight of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. Both of you have the Ten of Wands. And both of you have it as the third card, which I think is really super interesting. So, recent past for this person. Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So, Taurus, I feel like this person, they've kind of had to do their own heavy lifting in the past to make things work, to have things work out maybe. I feel like it's almost like this person was willing to kind of take on more than their share, or maybe more than they could even handle, in hopes that it was going to get them what they wanted, in hopes that it was going to net them some sort of growth or commitment here. But you know, unbeknownst to this person, the work that they were being called to do wasn't even necessarily related to another person or this connection. They were being called to work on themselves. But sometimes relationships serve as the best mirror for us to see the areas in ourselves that still need growth or development. And so there's a bit of that going on in the connection as well. I feel like the message I'm getting here is like, not this person kind of getting into the space of like not understanding why, you know, something isn't working out when they feel like they're doing their part, they feel like they're putting the work in, and in their mind it should result in this certain outcome, and yet that has maybe not to be seen, or maybe they did get a temporary result but looking for more lasting results than what they received in the past. So let's go into perception then and see how you are perceiving each other in the current moment, Taurus. The Empress, which is Taurus energy. The Knight of Wands. The Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So there's a hyperfixation going on, a lot of emotion that seems to be welling up, okay, in the energy, whether that's coming from you or this person, good or bad. But I feel like, Taurus, the fixation has been about you feeling good and prioritizing yourself and going towards your passions. But there's also something here from the past that you get fixated on that eats away at your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, and yet it is the passageway to some sort of new creation or new beginning. Pain is often a passageway into a new chapter or a new era of our life, because you must have endings before you have beginnings. And although endings are meant to be a transitionary period of change, and it's not meant to be painful or cause suffering, most of us do create our own suffering because most of us are afraid to death of change, and we're afraid of endings, even though it's the natural process of the universe and it's inevitable. But we do create our own suffering when we're not able to see how the change is benefiting us or how this ending is ultimately benefiting us. But it always is ultimately benefiting us and benefiting you, Taurus. But there's like a hang up here, right? Where you might have been getting hung up on something from the past, and yet they don't want you to get hung up on it too long because it's created this new vision, Taurus, for what it is that you really want in a relationship or with this person. So let's see this person's perception. Man, the cards are flying. 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords. Holy cow. Ow. The Hangman, the Strength card, the 5 of Swords. So, yes, both of you have been through something here that that could ultimately, no. Okay, here's what the phrase that I got. Ultimately could lead to your destruction. Take it or leave it. That seems pretty dramatic for a message from my higher self, so I'm not fully knowing if that's how the message should be coming out. Nothing has the power to destroy you. That's why I say that. Unless you give it power. Unless you allow yourself to be destroyed. It's called self-destruction. But nothing outside of you has the ability to do that without your consent. Just a side note. Anyways, so this person seems quite either cold or detached or in their head or really missing something or someone, or there's this feeling of feeling defeated, feeling exhausted, feeling like they can't win. And this is creating some sort of detachment here or some sort of coldness in the energy or in their energy. But I do feel like this person is trying to find the strength and the wherewithal to kind of look into a different direction or look into another way to correct something or fix something, or because I'm literally getting the phrases look into it. So there's something that somebody's looking into here. It's like they're being encouraged to hold a different perspective. They're looking very much at the struggle of something and like how it didn't pan out, and like this, it's kind of like a victim mentality of like, I can't win for losing, you know, I seem to be missing out, or there's something missing from my life and therefore I cannot feel satisfied until I have what I'm looking for. There's a missing puzzle piece here. And, you know, none of us mean to go into victim mentality. We just pity ourselves and we go there when things don't work out for us because there's some part of our soul that knows that things are supposed to be working out for us because they are. So there is this amount of, yeah, like a little bit of self-pity. Like I feel like this person is being encouraged to instead look at their strengths, right? Like the things that are going well for them, to show appreciation for how far they've come, to know that things are working out for them, to almost bolster themselves up, or they're being encouraged to, yeah, kind of not beat themselves up, but also not pity themselves, because they are not helpless. They are always being assisted by the universe. They're just in a helpless state of mind, and that's not helpful to them or anyone in the situation. So let's go into the emotional space then, into the heart space, and see what else we have here for you, Taurus. In the heart space, the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Hangman. So Taurus, in your heart of hearts, I feel like, yeah, you're wanting to work on something that really stresses you out. But the thing is, you can't get to the solution while you're focused on the problem or the thing that's stressing you out. So you're actually being encouraged to kind of focus somewhere else temporarily. Focus on yourself. Focus on building your life up. Get reconnected, okay? And then the solution comes in, and then you can turn your focus back to whatever it is that was bothering you. And there'll be more answers there when you come back around to it. But it's this energy of really, again, like staying practical and staying grounded and down to earth and doing things that make you feel good, that put you into alignment. And when you're in that space of alignment, it's like, oh my gosh, things are dawning on you, or things are falling into place and answers are coming in, and you're able to see the situation from a different perspective, right? So let's see this person's emotional space. Ooh, all our cards came out at once. Seven of Pentacles, Temperance, the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Pentacles. So, yeah, this person's working on it. I mean, they're still a little bit back and forth, but I feel like they genuinely want, okay, to do the right thing. Like, this person genuinely wants to do the right thing, right? And I feel like they've held those intentions for a while, and they maybe even took on things that were not theirs to take on in the past, but for some reason they thought that was their job, and then, you know, kind of coming to this conclusion of realizing that that's kind of a self-defeating prophecy. It's all right to care for others, but it is not your job to fix other people or to take on their problems as yours, because now you become part of the problem and you're no longer a match to the solution. And so it seems like on the surface a noble thing to do, but it actually disempowers both you and the person you're attempting to help, right? Because we're all meant to kind of own our own shit, to own our own vibration, to own our own karma, and the universe requires a certain amount of self-accountability in order to get what you want. All right, so I feel like this person felt like they was doing the right thing in the past, and then it kind of ultimately backfired, put them kind of into a state of resistance where they then felt, oh my gosh, this isn't the right answer, this is not working, and it wasn't. But this is causing them to learn and grow and to figure out, okay, what does work? Well, life feels better and it works better for me when I focus on the things I have control over, what I'm committed to, you know, things that help me grow and develop. And then I could be of assistance in the means of my alignment and being in alignment and inspiring others to want to also be in that space with me, right? So I feel both of you are kind of coming to that space or coming to that conclusion, Taurus, whether you're currently with this person or not, but they're looking to build themselves up and work on the things they're committed to. And if it's this connection, I feel like this person is committed to the connection and wants, you know, to invest their time and energy there. So let's see. Let's go into the bigger spiritual picture then, Taurus. Page of Wands. The Two of Swords. The Strength card. Oh, goodness. The Devil. The Five of Cups. And the Sun. So this is really interesting to me. Here's your shadow showing up here. We all have a shadow, nothing to be too concerned about. But I want to go back to the initial cards that I got, because this kind of told the story right from the beginning, right? There's some sort of missing puzzle piece that's coming into fruition that's going to create harmony. But there's been stressing over the connection or a dream or something that you wanted, and then it kind of became the opposite of what you wanted, and then that kind of put you in a bad state of mind where you started focusing on the things you didn't like, which kind of ultimately blocked you from having new possibilities, right? But there is new possibilities here, right? There's new things to come. But if you're not in the vibrational place to see it, Taurus, you cannot benefit from it. So there's two directions this could go. You could go back into your happy space and your state of alignment, and therefore connections coming through, happiness, joy, things to be excited about. Or you could stay in your disconnected state, get hyper fixated on a problem, and it will completely emotionally drain you, steal from you your joy, create sadness in your heart, and ultimately stagnate the movement forward. So it's really down to a choice of free will. And that's always what it is, right? But I feel like some of y'all are like almost afraid to allow yourself to be too happy, you know, for fear that you might be naive or disappointed. And Spirit is saying, that's all ego junk that your mind tells you. Be happy anyways. There is nothing that goes wrong with allowing yourself to be happy no matter what. You know, people might think you're crazy, okay? Maybe if you're happy when most wouldn't. Maybe you're in a situation where most wouldn't be happy, but I hate to break it to you, most people are crazy, you know? None of us are truly sane. Some of us just are better at acting, you know what I mean? So, who cares if you're called crazy among the crazies? You know? Like, be happy anyways. Allow yourself to be like, yeah, I'm not exactly where I want to be, or maybe things aren't going exactly as planned. That's all right, because it's going to get better and things are going to change, and I'm going to be happy anyways, and I don't give a shit what you think about it. Excuse my language. All right, so Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, the Moon. I'm sorry, I'm being extra with you. Okay. So you have the Moon out twice. What's going on with this person? The Emperor. Yeah, so this person is very much looking forward to like having a good time, feeling connected again, feeling more like themselves. I heard badass, more like a badass, I don't know. There's divine timing here as well. Like this person is waiting for the right timing to take some sort of action or make some sort of move here. And they're also kind of looking back to the past. They're using their own discernment, like, okay, what worked for me in the past, and will that work again for me in the future? Yeah, they're very much concerned with going about things the right way and maintaining some sort of sense of control as well. I feel like this person is trying to mitigate and control their emotions, you know, to not let it overwhelm or get the best of them, but they know what they want, and they're looking forward to having a good time. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not more complicated than that. Like, I feel like this person is looking forward to having a good time and good timing, and at the same time, like, timing is important. They're waiting for the right timing as well to make a move or to go towards their next best action, okay? And your encouragement over here, Taurus, is to stay connected to your happy self, right? Don't let what this person's doing, if you don't agree with it, don't let yourself get fixated on that, because it's going to drain you, and you don't have any control over that anyways, right? But you do have control over how you feel, and that's the encouragement, and has been the encouragement since the beginning of the reading, to take care of yourself. So let's see what the guidance is. That card doesn't even belong in there. What is the guidance? Ah! Inspire passion, ancestral wisdom, and trust. So it says, we are your ancestors. We love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this time to learn and grow from your past. You are our legacy, and we will keep helping you as you continue to evolve. So this is an encouragement to continue to look forward and accept your past as what it is, the past, and get focused on what's next for you. Also encouraging you to understand that you have support from non-physical, from your higher self, from your guides, from your ancestors, always available to you. Then you have Inspire Passion. It's this person's card. It says, life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains a soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with what is sacred. And then you have one extra card come out. This one is for the both of you. It says, Trust. While your logical mind dictates a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one you consider safe and familiar, but you could be missing out on a boundless opportunity. So again, Taurus, encouraging you to listen to your intuition and what's best for you. So we're going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs that you may be connecting with or have in your own birth chart. I have Taurus, I have Taurus, you, Virgo, Aquarius, Aries, Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn, Leo again, Pisces again, Taurus again, Aries again, Pisces again. Those are the primary signs that I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Taurus. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.